One of the darkest and most shocking moments in the Bible comes from the family of Jacob. In Genesis 34, Jacob's daughter Dinah went out to visit the women of the land, and Shechem, the son of Hamor, saw her and violated her. Afterwards, he claimed to love her and wanted to marry her. Hamor and Shechem approached Jacob and his sons to arrange a marriage between Dinah and Shechem. They even suggested intermarrying and sharing the land together. But Jacob's sons were filled with anger and deceit. Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, could not bear what had been done to their sister, so they came up with a plan. They told Shechem and his people that they could agree to the marriage only if every man in their city was circumcised, just like Jacob's family. Amazingly, Hamor and Shechem convinced the whole town to go through with it. All the men agreed and were circumcised. But while the men were still in pain and unable to defend themselves, Simeon and Levi took their swords and attacked. They killed every man in the city, including Hamor and Shechem, and rescued Dinah from Shechem's house. Afterwards, the other sons of Jacob came and plundered the city. They took the flocks, herds, donkeys, wealth, women, and children. When Jacob found out, he was horrified. He told Simeon and Levi that they had brought trouble on him, making him hated by the surrounding people. He feared that their family would be attacked in revenge. But Simeon and Levi defended their actions, saying, "Should he treat our sister like a prostitute?" This story is not an example of justice, but of uncontrolled anger and revenge. Instead of trusting God to bring judgment, Jacob's sons took matters into their own hands. Their actions went far beyond justice and turned into massacre and theft. Years later, when Jacob was on his deathbed in Genesis 49, he remembered this event and spoke harshly over Simeon and Levi, cursing their anger and declaring they would be scattered in Israel. The story of Dinah and Shechem shows us what happens when people let wrath and vengeance rule their hearts. Yes, what Shechem did was evil, but Simeon and Levi's response was also sinful. God calls us to trust him for justice, not to repay evil with evil. Romans 12:19 says, "Vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord." Even in this violent story, God's plan continued, but it stands as a warning that when anger turns into revenge, it only leads to destruction. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe,